We are ready. Hello, everybody. Today is a new day. It's a wonderful day because we are going to have the chance to keep improving our lives in different fields. Some people say time is gold, time is money. But for me, probably for many of you, time is life. Because when I'm watching TV soaps, news, sports, always remember these things don't pay us money. My name is Marcos. I am talking to you, speaking from South America. I am international entrepreneur. I was studying in a very famous university here in Latin America. The name of that university is Tecnológico de Monterrey. Very expensive university like Stanford, Harvard. But in this business, we found hope. We found a real opportunity for to make a reality our dreams. And today, like I was saying you in the beginning, to watch TV soaps, sport news, we always have to be aware that hours and hours watching TV soaps, even our relatives don't pay us money. But Monday, Mentor Monday, is a chance for to receive tips from international entrepreneurs in all the world. And the good news is priceless. We don't need to pay. It's priceless. And like I said you, time is life because when some people say time is money, but if some person lost money, they can risk with that money, working more, making a good business. In that way, he can get money again. But life, if you lose the chance to make better things in your life, time never comes again, and we can pay for life. So congratulations to all of you. Very happy to see you. Esca, Nixa, Ana Rocio, always this amazing woman entrepreneur. Erica, Gillian, amazing. I love your workshops. We have also Mati, amazing testimonials about how it's changing your life, this business. Oh, it's surprise. We have Wacha Alberto. He's entrepreneur, international entrepreneur from Africa, Mozambique. He's the top developer in Africa of this opportunity. Welcome, Beatriz, Margaret, and Juan Hechi. By the way, I know many of the countries in Africa. Sometimes I make travels to Africa, and it's a huge continent with huge potential. Now, time is life, and we are very grateful with this international entrepreneur. His name is Daniel Hernandez. I was learning, I was knowing more about him. A huge surprise for me because he is coming from a famous university. And why I am saying this? Because common people thinks to study a professional career in the university is the solution for all. But this man, Daniel, he go to the university, a very famous university. And for some reasons, today he's going to say us why this business for life is one of the top opportunities for he to take like a project of life. So we are very grateful with you, Danielle. Thank you so much for your time, for to give to the chance to hear your history. And thank you so much for you share priceless, free, all your experience about life and business. So let's give him a round of applause for Daniel Hernandez, this international entrepreneur. Thank you so much, Daniel.
Thank you very much, Marcos. Thank you so much for that presentation. Yes, I'm very moved by your words. Yeah, and it's amazing what you were sharing at the beginning. And yes, our time is live. Hello, everybody. I'm very grateful for being with you. Extremely grateful with Dave Daughtry. Extremely grateful with Claudia and everyone organizing all this for giving me the chance to share with you some of the things that we have learned, around the corner, doing everything here with For Life and enjoying this. Because if you're not enjoying this business, it's because you're not doing it right. I mean, when you're doing it right, you're actually enjoying this a lot, because it has to do with connection. It has to do with connecting with many other people. And as Marcos was saying, yeah, I was all completely connected with having I mean, doing what my parents told me since I was a little kid. And tell me if this is your story as well. That when you were a little kid, did they tell you that you had to study very well? You had to do your homework. You had to get very good grades, because then when you finish your studies, you're going to be able to go to a company, and then the company was going to pay you month by month, and then you're going to have a very good pension. And then that's it. You will have a very nice life. Did they tell you that when you were little too? Please type there a number one if that was your same, I mean, the same thing that they told you when you were a little kid, you know? Over there in the comments, because that's what they told me, and I just did my homework. Actually did that, and then I started working with this franchise. I had told you this information before, but what called my attention was that there I learned about passive income, and that is something extraordinary that not everybody knows about. Yeah, and learning about that in a franchisee gives you a very different idea of how to make money, because many people know about passive income maybe when they know about For Life or know about this kind of business, or if you are in another kind of business that also would give you maybe passive income. But knowing about that and seeing it happen is different, because I was working with people that were already making that kind of money. They already were having that lifestyle. So it's not like maybe this happens, or maybe, this occurs. It's like, no, I was seeing it every single day. I just wanted to have an opportunity that could bring me that. Yeah. And that's when I really found For Life. And today we're going to have a very important topic, that I said, like, okay, let's share a little bit about it, because one of the main things that we need to know, what we need to know how to do when we start doing this business, especially coming from just being an employee. I mean, I'm not diminishing that. I mean, not just being an employee. I mean, it's not bad to be an employee. It's bad if it doesn't give you opportunities, to live the life that you really like, to live the life that you really would like to have. But when you are I mean, when you're starting this, there are some that they call them sometimes parachute abilities that you need to have, that it's how to, I mean, the basics. And one of the basic things is to find the right people that are looking for this opportunity, people that are looking for a change in their life, and that we can help them through what we do. I mean, that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for just anyone. We're looking for people that are looking for something. It's like, so that's called prospecting. I mean, we need to learn how to prospect. We need to learn how to connect with people. And there are different kinds of prospecting. And with everything that has been happening right now, especially after all these 2019 to 2022, something like that, 2021, when the world stopped because of a virus. Yeah, the world just stopped for that moment. We learned many things, and technology advanced a lot. Yeah, didn't that happen to you? Didn't you notice that? I mean, there were many people that started that either their work changed, their personal life changed, their health became more important than anything else. Yeah, from all of a sudden, everybody knew about immune system. From one day to another, it became like one of the main topics. And but one of the main ways that we learned about it was social media. Yeah, and social media started becoming something more important in our lives. Yeah, that's where we read about things, that's where we knew about things, that's where we know, I mean, globalization started becoming a word that was more frequent in our lingo. It didn't matter where you were, you knew about something, you had an opinion, you learned about opinions of other people, but that also affected our business, that also affected our profession, as network marketers. It was something that affected all of us. Yeah. It's like, okay, now social media is integrated. Now, many other ways to do it, many other gurus telling you what to do came up with ideas that sometimes it just made you spend money and they don't work. Yeah. Because something that is not going to change is the principles of our business. It's always going to be the same. We just need to find the people that are looking for a change. We need to find people that are looking for something, And if we take these same principles into anything we do, because even if today we had holograms and now we're going to use holograms in our business, it's going to be the same. It's the same principles all the time. So that's what I want to share with you today. Maybe it's just a different perspective of things that you have heard somehow, but it can maybe help you know maybe some of the things that either you're doing perfectly well or some of the things that are making you not grow the way that you want to grow. Okay, so let me share with you some of these slides that I prepared for you. Gillian says, if I knew that residual income meant, I would have started direct sales at birth. I love your comment, Gillian. Yes, that's what I felt when I knew about residual income. Yeah, it was the same thing. Yeah, Nixa, I'm happy to see you too. And for the ones that are seeing the recording, it's the comments that we're having here live. So join us live. That's very important. So we're gonna see today about just give me a thumbs up if you can see my slides. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you very much, Anarcio. Yeah. So we're going to talk about active and passive prospecting. Yeah. Okay. Active and passive prospecting. And the first thing that I want to tell you is that you're your own brand. Have you heard about branding? And then they say that personal branding and stuff like this, and they come up with very interesting names to say something that is extremely common. Yeah, it's extremely common. And let me show you how common it is, because branding is extremely important, not only common in our profession, in network marketing. It's extremely important because, look, you're your own brand. They know if you're the one that is always doing exercise, you're the one that does exercise, they say, it's because she's always active or he's always active. He's the one that goes to the Pilates classes, or he's the one weightlifting, or she's the one that goes running every day to the park, Or maybe you are known for your cooking or your baking. Yeah, please share with me there in the comments if they know you because of your cooking or your baking. It's like, it's because she makes an amazing salsa, or Marcos makes amazing, I don't know, he has to cook the meat because he cooks perfectly, or Daniel makes amazing tacos. I don't know. You're known maybe, for the ones that are good for cooking, just let me know, because you have to invite me to your house someday. Okay, and then the other one is like, maybe you're known for technology. Maybe you're known for the one that is the techie guy or the techie girl, the one that knows how to use social media, the one that knows how to use a computer, the one that knows, you're always with a different gadget. That was me, by the way, and that's, a lot of people are always sending me like, okay, how do I make a reel? How do I use this music in my story? How do I blah, 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 blah? Because they know me for that. Yeah. Or maybe you're the one that is always reading. Yeah, you have a new book, the one that is the one that is always sharing a quote, the one that is always learning about something. Oh, I learned in this podcast, or I learned it this, etc. And you're always talking about that. Have you known these people that they always have like a phrase, or they always are making references to, I don't know if you heard, but Jim Rohn said this and this and that, and you're like, wow. And there are people that just mention and mention and mention things that they have learned throughout the way. I hear, Marcos, eat cookies. Okay, Marcos is good at eating cookies. Yeah, okay, so that's perfect. Now we know. But one of the things here is that you are known for something. And people ask you for help for those things, don't they? You're known for something already. You already have your branding. It's not something new, something that you need to plan and something you need to find. You are already that. Yeah. Maybe you are the one that is known because you like pets, or maybe you are the good one at driving. There's something that people know about you and you feel comfortable with it. Yes, you feel comfortable with it. Some people that are good for eating or cooking or whatever, they love doing it. My wife loves baking, and that's not good because then carbs are a lot, but okay, anyways. But she loves baking and she's known for that. Yeah. I am known for, they even call me in part of my congregation, they call me brother for life, because they know me because of for life. So one of the things here is that the way that you're known and the way that you share things helps you connect with others. Yeah. It helps you really connect with other people. It's easier if you love to do spinning and you go, I'm talking about spinning classes, okay? Not like spinning, just because of that. I mean, just for whatever reason. I'm talking about if you like spinning classes, it's easier for you to connect with people that go to spinning classes. Yeah. If you love reading, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to connect with people that love reading. I mean, it's gonna be just like that. And I want to make just like a little example, just a little story of something that I heard that called me a lot, like my attention, because I was listening to a podcast. It's called "Party Like a Rock Star." Yeah, that's the way that it's named. And they were making an interview to a manager, to a band manager called Steve Stewart's. He's the manager of a band called Stone Temple Pilots. Maybe some of you know him, maybe not, but it's a famous band. So I think is that they asked him a question that was very interesting, because they asked him, okay, how do you choose a band, a rock band, to actually be the manager to that band? And the answer was not very typical, because maybe you would say, oh, okay, it's because they make amazing music, or maybe they look very cute, or maybe they look nice, or anything like this. And he said two very important variables. And he said, one of the things was connection, that they connect with the people. It's like that they can actually handle, handle the people, move them around. If they can have an audience, if they can handle an audience, that's a good band. He didn't say the quality of the music. He didn't say how they played, if they were experts in that. No, he said connection. If they have connection with an audience, that's a good sign. Number two, work ethic. Because if you become famous, you really need to work. Yeah. So I'm like, wow. And the person that was making the questions was like maybe thinking that, oh, they are virtuosos or anything. It's like, no, I mean, ask yourself how many musicians like virtuosos or you have heard of that play amazing music and they're not famous. They don't make it. They don't make a dime. They're actually poor. So it's all about that. And then I was thinking, that's so similar to us. I mean, I'm talking about the importance of connection and the importance of work ethic, And don't worry, all of this has to do with with prospecting, because seeing these things, what happens is that everything that we do, whatever we do, with the topics that we are known for, and with the conversations that we have with people and connection that we have with others, one of the main things is that we have to build trust all the time. So it's easier to build trust with what you're known for, with your brand. And the thing is that, do you usually focus on that? Are you intentional on bringing value to everyone? Yeah. Because trust is built on, number one, right now you have to be authentic. You don't have to be farce. I mean, you really just have to show who you are. Yeah. The people that have worked with me sometimes, for example, with Nixa, I've worked a lot with Claudia. Now we've been working several times, and it's the same way. I sound the same all the time, and I am the same. It's authentic. I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to play a different persona to be able to connect with people. No, it's easier to connect by being yourself. And number two, you gotta be constant. Trust is by being constant, because you're always the same way. When you change a lot, and you've seen that whenever, and I'm not talking about online. This applies online and offline, okay? Yeah, this applies online and offline. When you meet someone and that person is always amicable, that person is always giving you some help, is always giving you a smile every time that you meet that person, isn't your trust to this person just like heightened because of that? I mean, the level is higher because you trust that person because it's always the same. or it always delivers the same quality to the work that you ask for. Trust is elevated. Yeah. What happens when it's not elevated, when it's just going up and down and up and down? Sometimes the person is frowning, or sometimes the person just doesn't talk to you, and then sometimes it smiles, and the other time it's cursing. I mean, that level of trust is like, and it's not like that really good of a connection for you. So what happens here is that continuity, constance is very important. Constant contact gives you also trust, online and offline. Yeah. So for people that are doing things online, you need to be constant. How often are you giving value to the people? Because that's number 3 here in how trust is built, is via value. How much value do you give to your audience? How much of a serving attitude do you have every single day? Do you serve people, or you're just asking them to join your business, or asking them to buy your products? Are you just asking for things, or are you really giving them something? Are you the person that gives? Because there is this reciprocity, let's say, variable that always goes up. It's like a hormone that is always activated. That when they give you something, you feel that you have to give back. Doesn't that happen to you? If you are, let's suppose that you're on a Christmas party, you're at a Christmas party, and suddenly a person that you don't expect gives you a present. How do you feel? You feel that you want to give something back, don't you?
Uncomfortable, my man. Uncomfortable.
Yeah, if you don't have a gift, you feel uncomfortable, or when they give you a compliment, doesn't that happen? That I say, oh, hey, Ana Rocio, you look great today. Ana Rocio wants to tell me something in reciprocity. Am I right? It's like you just feel that. So it's the same thing. If you're the person that is always giving, that is always serving, that is always, you add so much value that they just want to give you at least an opportunity to listen to your opportunity. Okay? So that's the thing. You provide so much value that people say, oh, that we're going to talk about value in a moment. So so hold it if you're expecting that. So one of the things here that is very important is that it's also to have the concepts in the right way. Yeah. And sometimes did they ask you at the beginning, make a very big list of a very big prospect list? Did they ask you for that at the beginning? Yeah. Just give me a wink, or just show me some hearts or something that happened to you too. So look, when you are making a list at the beginning, it's a list of contacts. It's not a list of prospects. Yeah. That concept is very interesting, because that's something that I learned that is true. Someone is a contact when you have it in your list. Yeah, you have your WhatsApp contacts, your Facebook contacts, your Instagram, or whatever you're using to get a list of contacts, And I really recommend to have it on pencil and pen and paper at the beginning, or pen and paper at the beginning, so that, there's like some muscle memory. There's something when you're doing something instead of just typing. It just generates some different kind of energy. Yeah. And it becomes a prospect when you make the question. That's when it becomes a prospect, So do you have a list of contacts, or do you have a list of prospects? Yeah, because we need to have a good number of prospects in our business, not only contacts. Yeah, so we always need to have a muscle that is very important. 2 muscles here. Number 1, the muscle of how to generate more contacts. And number 2, the muscle of inviting those contacts so they can transform into prospects. Yeah. So that I can know if they are open or they are not open to listening to whatever I want to share with them, depending on their needs, not on my needs, on their needs. Yeah. So once they become a prospect, it's because I notice. It's like, okay, when do they become prospects? Well, it's very simple. They become a prospect whenever I found that this person, I know that he wants to go from point A to point B. So when I'm sharing with the person, when I'm talking to them, then I know that I'm like, okay, this is the kind of person that is looking from point A to point B. If the person is telling me, these allergies are killing me, immediately, you're like, all right, I know what he needs. Yeah. Or if the person goes like, I I'm really looking for a way to make a little bit of money because I mean, I'm not really making ends meet. So it immediately gives you the openness to say, okay, this person's looking for something, or maybe because of I'm asking the person for something. I mean, if I were talking to Watcha and I asked him, okay, hey, what do you do for a living? And he's telling me, oh, I do this, and I say, well, perfect. So it must be great. I mean, you must be making a great living. And he tells me, well, not really, I mean, it's okay, but all right, now I know what I need to share. So he can become my prospect. Yeah. And he's going to become a prospect by me making an invitation that has to do with why he wants to change from point A to point B. And that's going to be a little more logical, right? So it has to make sense for them. It has to make sense for my prospect that I'm sharing just an invitation. Otherwise, it just sounds like just anybody else making a question to just everybody. I'm just asking anyone. And if I want a long relationship, yeah, if I want a long relationship with someone, it has to make sense and it has to sound unique. Yeah, I'm gonna ask the ladies around here. Yeah, the ladies that are here. When a man goes and asks the same question to every girl, you don't feel unique and you don't say yes. Am I right? Yeah, you're gonna feel special, right? Yeah. So you want to feel special. You want the guy to just say, hey, it's because you are the one. And that is like, wow. Yeah. So your prospect also needs to feel like that. That is like, hey, I think that because of your profile, because of your abilities, because of what I see in you, this could be perfect for you. I mean, that sounds more interesting than, hey, are you interested in a business or just to make some extra money? It's like, it sounds like you make that question to everyone, everywhere, and it's nothing special. So we gotta really make it special. And then, so let's go with two variables that I want you to check here, because when I learned this, it wasn't, I don't know, it opened my eyes a little bit more. And it's two variables that we need to check. Yeah, because in your list of contacts, you have people in which you have a little more influence on them, but you don't know if they're interested in the business. Yeah. Look, for example, did you write a number 2 there in the chat if you invited your family first? When you started the business, you invited your family, you invited your friends, you invited your neighbor, the people that you knew close to you. Excellent. Next, I said number 2. Perfect. Yeah. I hope that the rest did the same. Okay. So just type a number 2 over there in the chat. Yeah. And those people, I invite my family first and saying, exactly, Marcos. Yeah. That's what usually happens. Why? Because you have a high level of influence on those people, but a very low level of interest. Yeah. That's what happens, because making them, and some people actually enter to the business just because of the influence that they have on you or that you have on them. Yeah. Because you have always been a very good friend, because they trust you. It happened with my family. Some of my sisters entered right away because, hey, he's my brother. Yeah. Well, they call him Manito. Yeah. He's my Manito and he knows, and I'm gonna support him and I'm gonna take the products. And my sisters just got in because they trust me and we have a very good relationship. But that doesn't mean that they're going to become super, I don't know, like, I don't know, the platinum double plus elite, like, no, nothing. I mean, that's not going to happen. Why? Because they are there for the influence, not for the interest. Yeah. Because they are not interested in the business. They are not interested into becoming something else. So if we want to have affiliates or if we want to have clients, we got to find people that have a high level of interest, regardless of the level of influence that you have. Yeah. Because has that happened to you also, that sometimes you share maybe a product, you share one of the products, and then the person says, oh yeah, I'm so convinced, I want to take it and everything. And then the next day they tell you, oh, I'm not going to buy it because my aunt told me that doesn't work. And the aunt has never taken the products. The aunt doesn't know about immune system. The aunt doesn't know anything. Has that happened to you too? Yeah. If it hasn't happened, maybe you haven't started doing the business, because it's like you have to, it has to happen to you. Yeah. Why did that happen? Because the level of influence of their aunt is higher than the level of influence that you have on them. Yeah. So this is very, very interesting, because then you don't feel that bad. Then it's not about me, it's about the influence and the interest. Yeah. So sometimes what happens is that we're sharing the business and the products with people that are not interested in that. And my job is to find people that have an honest interest either in the opportunity or in the product. That's my business. That's what I do. Okay. So I gotta share it in a way, and I gotta talk to the people. I gotta know my audience. I gotta know who I'm talking to, so that I can know that I have these people that have a very high interest in it, or at least I need to know the level of interest. Because even in our compensation plan, we have people that are interested in $2,000. Yeah. And some others like me that I'm said, if I can get to platinum and now platinum elite, I'm gonna make it because I want that. Yeah. There are people that are happy just by making some extra. Yeah. Or even happy just by getting a free product every month. Yeah. But I need to know what their level of interest is. Yeah. So let's get now, because they're like, okay, Daniel, what the topic was active and passive prospecting. So when am I getting to that? Well, I need to start all that just to know how to get here to now active prospecting. Because what does active prospecting stand for? I'm talking about the prospecting that you make directly, that you're actually looking for the person and you are sharing that information directly to the person. And the main mistake that we make is that we don't follow this arrow. Yeah. The girl is a networker, okay? So supposing here that we have a networker here, this girl over here, what happens is that sometimes we make it us-centered, networker-centered, presentations that are networker-centered, not client or prospect-centered. So we learn a presentation that we just mimic every time, that we just repeat like a song, and it's all centered into, I need a new leader. I need to sell these products. I need to get to diamond or double diamond or whatever. Yeah. And it's not about, okay, what do you need? What are you interested in? What is your point A and what is your point B? Yeah. How does point B look like for it to be worth it? What results are you expecting? And how can I help you get there? Because I'm going to be with you. A networker is not a salesperson only. Yeah. Yeah. We sell people, of course, we do sell. Yeah. And like Arnold Schwarzenegger said in his new book, sell, sell, sell. If you haven't read it, I really recommend you that book. It's amazing. Yeah. But in one of the chapters, he says, sell, sell, sell. You have to know how to sell. Yeah. But to know how to sell, you need to know who is interested in what you're selling. There's no use in having the most amazing product and they don't know about it. Okay. So I need to know this person. Okay. He wants to go from point A to point B. But I know that if he's desperate for making $3,000 from one day to the other, this might not be his opportunity, at least not for now, because that's unrealistic. Yeah. Or if he says, no, it's because I have this problem with this very bad sickness and I want to be okay in 3 hours. It's like, no, I mean, that's not possible. Yeah, our products are amazing. And in 2 hours, you start giving that information to your body. That doesn't mean that in 2 hours, you're suddenly going to be renovated. No, wait, it takes time. Yeah. So I need to know what point A and point B are and how he wants point B to be to see if I can help him out. Again, we are here for serving. We're here for helping, I mean, I want to accompany you. I want to be by you. I'm going to help you out. Let's get to point B. And this is how we're going to do it. Yeah. And if you're willing to pay, to pay with your time, if you're coachable, if you're really looking for that, then we can do it, So that's something that has to do a lot with active prospecting. Yeah. And active prospecting starts from the question that you make with how you're inviting people. Yeah. Because, hey, it's so simple, because sometimes we forget that prospecting comes in our mind. It comes in ourselves. A baby, well, once he starts speaking, starts doing that. We're great at sales. We're great at sharing experiences. we're great at sharing something that we love so much since we are little kids. Do you remember how fascinated you were asking your parents for a gift? You know, it's like, oh, dad, that bicycle is amazing. And if you buy me that bicycle, I'm gonna be the best kid, and I'm gonna do my homework every single day. I mean, we are since we are very little, we are very good at sales. You know, it's something that comes natural into us. And if you're married, you already did a very good sale. You know, you sold yourself, yeah, as the best one for your wife or your husband. But here the thing is that, how am I inviting this person? Am I inviting this person based on how this is gonna be a solution to his problems, or this might be the best option for them right now? Or am I just sharing, it's like, this could just, I mean, this is for life, this is how it works, and this is the immune system company, and blah, blah. I'm just, you're not reciting some things that just don't really make sense, you know? It's gonna make sense to them, not to me. I just need all the data, and then I can share it in a very, very, very natural way, you know, in a way that I would share how much I love a movie, for example. When they ask you about, hey, is this movie good or not? Yes, would you actually watch? I mean, you share it, and if you love the movie, it just comes out from you. You know, when the Matrix came out, I loved it, and I shared with everyone what happened to Neo, and they had to watch the movie and they had to see all that. You know, but it was just in me because I loved it. I liked it a lot. Just remember that, and that's a very simple thing. So when we are doing active prospecting and we're sharing with someone else, is we gotta find out, number one, where that person is and where that person wants to be. Yeah, and that's something that you can find if you're doing it online. Go to their profiles. We need to look. We need to look for people that are actually there. There's 3 P's, right? If they are public, yeah. If their profile is public, if they are positive, yeah, if these people are actually positive people, that they are not people that are just like sharing very negative things about any war that is happening in the planet and the planet is gonna die and stuff like this, and this politician and this blah, blah. I mean, no, we're one people that are positive, you know, that are sharing all that. Yeah. So they're, and that they have they're also sharing information in the internet. Yeah. That they have also sharing I know they have reels, maybe they share a quote, maybe they have stories, because stories are amazing to connect with people, you know? So people that are sharing, people that are public, and people that are positive. That's what we're looking for in social media, just first, simple, you know? And there is where I start the conversation. And sometimes they share in just a picture or a post, you know? You know the needs that they have, or at least what they love, because that's something that I can really check with people. It's like, okay, oh, it's because I love this quote, and that's how I can start a conversation. In social media, it's very simple. It's like you do it when you do it live, when you're offline. Yeah, you're connecting one-on-one with people. It can be about something so simple, you know, like online. If online I have they shared a quote, you know, and that quote is amazing, I can easily go and talk to that person about that quote. Hey, you know, I love that quote. It really gives you that kind of feeling of positive, or it focuses me, or it centers me. And it's like, okay, where did you find the quote? Or do you always like sharing this kind of information? You start making questions. Why? Because the one that makes questions has the control of the conversation. So you always need to be asking questions, you know, always make the question, make a comment, make a question, make a follow-up question. Why? Because that is going to drive then the conversation for you to know if this person maybe has this leadership. And the first thing that I want to know with this person is, what do you do for a living? Yeah, because I want to know if the person knows about residual income or not. I want to know if the person is open to doing business online. I want to know if the person is open to taking care of their health. Maybe I'm looking for a person that, yeah, but it's just posting about how often the person goes to the gym and stuff like this. So I assume that this person knows about nutrition, or at least knows a little bit about it, and maybe, just maybe, would like to have the best nutrition in the world. Yes, and the best supplements that come also with their company. Yeah. So it's a very simple thing. I have to observe, I have to be very intentional about how I'm connecting with people on social media. Yeah. I mean, and what kind of person I'm connecting with. I'm just not gonna share it to everybody just because of like, no, be intentional and check who you are connecting with. It's just
You
natural.
are
It's just
right,
like in the
Daniel.
street.
Great tip. You are right.
Thank you, Marcus, for your comment. Because it makes it, I mean, it's fun. It's just getting to know people. And then you have a person that says, hey, it's because I don't like to connect people that much. And then you're trying to convince that person that connecting with people is the best thing you can do. Is like, no, look for people that like to connect with people. Look for people that build an audience, like the band that I was telling you about. Yeah, look for people that like to share something positive. Look for people that love their family. Look for people that are like David or how Bianca was also. Yeah, look for people that are like Daniel Lee. Look for people that are like Dave Daughtry, like Claudia. Yeah. And look for people that are looking to actually help everyone else. Yeah. And that's something that then is going to be just simpler to know if they're open to that opportunity or not. Yeah. And just make the question, the invitation, the way that you like to do it, the way that you're taught how to do it. It's important for you to know how to do it that way. It's a very simple way to ask. My invitation is very simple. I'll share it with you if you would like to use it. Because once I know that I like the person, for example, the way that Marcos is talking to me, the way that I see him, and the way that I know how he is, I can just easily tell Marcos, hey, Marcos, based on what you're telling me, man, you know, I think that because of your profile, you're perfect for the project that we're doing here with everyone around the world. How about if I share with you what we're doing? Because I think that we can do something together in a great way. How about that? Why don't we jump in a phone call or in a Zoom call? You see, I don't need to tell him anything about the business or anything about the brand or anything about whatever. I'm centering on him. Like, okay, this is what I saw in you. People like you are having a lot of success here in the company. Maybe you want to join us. And if he's open, great. He's not open, then not. And then I go next. I go to the next one. So that's a very simple way and a very natural way because that's the way that you do it. I mean, if you're playing soccer and you're missing one, you're gonna ask someone, "Hey, would you like to play soccer?" You know. So it's the same here. Yeah, it's just something, and better if the person actually looks like he plays soccer. Yeah. So let's go to the next one. And thank you very much for the comment, Genta. And let's go now to our other, where am I? Oh, here I am. Sorry, it's because I'm sharing screen and I'm sharing some of the things and I'm like, okay, here. Now let's go to passive prospecting. Yeah. And passive doesn't mean inactive. Okay. Passive doesn't mean that it doesn't move. Yeah. Passive, let's say it's passive inaction, I mean, you're doing some other things. I mean, but maybe you're not acting directly. And your passive has to do a lot with your personal branding. There is where you go with branding and marketing. And a lot of people are like, oh, branding, but I told you already have your branding. People know you because of something already. Yeah. You just have to replicate that even in social media. If you're known for your cooking, please post about your cooking. If you're known for if you're known for cycling, please post about cycling. People are going to be interested. I mean, you're going to do, if if you, if you don't post about what really defines you, then it's like you trying to sell a very nice beef burger to a vegan. Okay? Here the idea is that we need to be sharing information that people that are like us or people that would be open to talk to us would feel comfortable. Remember, trust is the word. Yeah. Would build that trust knowing that, hey, it's because in my case, for example, I am always sharing about how interesting it is to have a better leadership and how to actually free yourself from having just a job that is from 8 hours every single day. I mean, that's what I'm sharing constantly. So I connect with people that think that same way. Yeah. So I also share some other things. I share about the exercise. I mean, what we're doing, going to a gym and things like this, about lifestyle in general. But they already know about your branding. Yeah. But marketing is something that sometimes people don't know. Like, it's because I'm not an expert in marketing. I don't know how to do marketing. It's like, no, don't worry. You just need to know how you communicate better. How do you communicate better? And be excellent at it. Maybe you connect better. You communicate better typing. Maybe you are great at typing. Excellent. You make awesome paragraphs. You give tips and stuff like this. Just typing. Excellent. Do that. Yeah. And you just ask, I don't know, artificial intelligence to make you just an image about what you're typing up, and it's gonna look great. Yeah. But I mean, you just connect typing. Maybe you make amazing live videos. Make an amazing live video. I have a teacher's gene in myself, so I cannot stop teaching. I love teaching. So what do? I teach in my social media. That's what I do. I'm always teaching about something because that's my nature. Yeah. Maybe you're amazing at making reels with puppies. Perfect. Make reels with puppies. Just don't forget to have some reels in which you give them the supplements as well. Yeah. So whatever is the best way for you to communicate, become the best at it. Don't try to become better at everything. No, just like, how do you communicate better? You know it. You already know it. Yeah. Okay. And make sure that it makes sense to your audience. You have to know who you're talking to. I'm talking usually in my social media, I'm talking to people that are over 40, that just want to get leaders that are over 40, that want to get rid of their job, that they just don't want to depend on a job, and they want to be free and they want to be happy for the rest of their lives. Yeah. So that's my audience, and that's who I talk to. So I only try to find topics like that. I don't try to find it for millennials. I don't try to find it for 15-year-olds. I don't try to find like that because that's not who I connect with. Yeah. And people that don't want to talk about that hate my profiles because they don't like it. It's boring. But the ones that I really connect with connect a lot with what I'm doing. Yeah. And I'm going to really suggest you what right now, at this moment that we're filming this video and that we're giving this training, the main way for you to get to people is using short video forms. You know, short video, like shorts in YouTube, like reels in Instagram and Facebook, like TikToks. I mean, the TikTokification of social media happened, and everybody wants very short videos. But if you like reading, don't worry. I mean, you don't have to be the one reading. You can actually just point at the book, read what the book is there, just film it in 8 seconds or film it in 20 seconds. And that's it. You already have a reel. I mean, it's not that complicated. But well, this is not the training for that. But I just wanted to share that with you. Why do I tell you about having reels? Yeah, because you want to get to an audience that is not within your followers. You want to get to people that are not within your friends in Facebook. You want to get to someone else. Maybe it happens to you, like it happens to me, that most of my friends either already know about my business or they are already part of For Life. So I don't need to talk to them. Yeah. I need to go to people that don't know about For Life, people that don't know about the products, people that don't know about what I do. So Reels is going to be the answer. Reels is they're going to go to different people that that are not part of my regular audience, you know? And make sure that in your stories, you share what you're doing. I mean, in your stories, share, please, what you're really up to doing right now. Like maybe you are, for example, today I'm going to make a live video and I shared in my stories what the live video is going to be about. Yeah. And it's because it's about my wife and I that we had to go back to doing exercise because of some things. I'm going to share like the details and everything. It doesn't have to do with the business. It has to do with taking care of our health. Yeah. And that's the live video I'm going to make today. Yeah. And I shared about like a teaser in my stories, you know, so that people are interested and they're like, okay, I want to go and see it, you know? And I shared them like, you know, this is what happened. My wife and I had to restart. We made a terrible mistake and I want you to listen about it. Yeah, and of course they're like, "Hey, what mistake did he make?" Yeah, maybe he, whatever, you know. But I mean, I want him to go there and check it out, and there's where I'm going to talk about those little details that happened for us to need to go back to a gym, and that's I need to go back to some sort of supplementation. So that's going to give him an idea of what needs to be done, you know. But that's part of making it natural. That's part of connecting in a passive way. And that, why do I say passive here? Because, okay, passive prospecting, why does that happen? Because whoever connects to my live video, whoever connects to your reels, whoever connects to your stories is your contact that can turn into a prospect. Now, your job and my job is to go to see who liked the video, who shared the video, who commented on the video, and then start a conversation and do my active prospecting. Because all what I'm doing in social media, it's my marketing, you know? It's like having the windows in your business, you know? And you have your mannequins and you have whatever you are selling, you have it over there so that people can see it. Consider it like that. Your social media is that window, is how you paint your business. I mean, the facade of your business, that's your social media. And then the business starts once they commented or they shared your video or they post some stories or whatever. Then is when the real prospecting begins. That's when I start like, okay, hey, thank you for. Some people just, I mean, it just says there. I'm gonna make an example. I have Gillian Harry. Gillian just subscribed to you because, I mean, from your reel or something like that. It says, So I like, okay, so Gillian liked that reel. I want to know what reel Gillian saw, and I want to thank her that she connected with my profile. I'm gonna find out what she does for a living, you know. So then I can connect with her, and she can turn into a prospect. Maybe not, maybe yeah, but I didn't even have to look for her. Social media did the work for me, you know. And one video can work for so many people, and people that like the video, go and know them, go to their profile and start a conversation, bring them to your contact list, and now let's start doing the whole business thing. That's what happens. Maybe you're going to share a tutorial. Maybe you're going to share an amazing testimonials like the ones that we have there that Gillian is just gathering there, and they're amazing. Maybe that person needs to see that testimonial or needs to see that talk that we had. Those red talks are amazing, and maybe they just need to listen to them, but my job is to just go and look for people that are looking for that solution. We have a lot of solutions that are even recorded now. Now, in the past, it was impossible to do that. Now we can do it just with a click. It's so simple, So let's do it that way. And basically, just remember, we have to elevate our trust with all our audience and with everyone around. I didn't want to focus only on social media. I wanted to share with you something that you can use anywhere, because that's actually the importance. But one tip that I can give you in social media, if you want to connect with people today, is just to remember when you go to your stories, and that's something that helped me a lot. If you want to connect with people, and I invite you to do this, as I'm a teacher, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you homework. Yeah. So go to your social media and then go to the last stories. Just go, 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 until you go to the last stories that you see there in your social media, because those are the ones that you that you interact the least with. So that way, go to their stories. They're posting because of something. Stories are golden. Yeah. So go there and then just click over there and share what they are. Connect with them through what they are sharing, because that's something that they want to talk about. So you want to start that conversation with that person in that very simple and natural way. Yeah. So thank you very much for attending. I hope that what I share with you is something that you can use. That's something that is of value for you. And well, mainly that was it. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And Marcos, I give you the microphone back to you.
Bravo, bravo, like we say, amazing, amazing. It's a real applause, because it's a real applause, because I am several years in this business. He gave us amazing tips for and priceless, my friends, priceless. Nobody pays not. By the way, nobody pay him no money, but to give us his time and his tips to all of you. Tonight, remember, we have amazing workshop also, and is at 20 hours. 20 hours this April 22. The real talk with the speaker, famous Dr. Ronnie, Jenny Salimi, Dr. Raumunda Inks. So we all of you are invited to attend to this meeting. Today I learned the same things. Daniel teaching us, share with us is the importance to be connect, to make connection with our prospects, with our friends. And he given us that example to the part of music. And that's right, because can you imagine a singer singing, "Oh, I love Martians. All my love is with Martians." The audience, people don't will make connection because nobody have fiancés, woman from Martians. Do you see no connection with that thing or that song? That's why it's very important to make connection. Another thing I learned today is work ethic. Yes, if you are going to make this business, you need to be dedicate every day. Sometimes some people lost time watching TV soaps all the time, hours and hours, but that is not good. It's important to dedicate at least half hour, 1 hour developing your business. And besides of that, remember, maybe some of you can say, "Oh, it's amazing the tips of Daniel, this international entrepreneur, by the way." And remember, he studied in a famous university, very famous university. You don't have idea what university he's coming. It's like the Harvard, the Yale from Latin America. But what is he's doing for life? Because he found it a real opportunity to make a real to make a reality his dreams. And that is the opportunity we have. This is not about to sell bottles or something like that. By the way, Gillian, please, you can say something about this night, the meeting we have. Please remember. Uh, okay.
Yes, hi. Yes, yeah, tonight we do have, thank you. Sorry. Okay, hi. Hi, thank you. Great subject today, Daniel. Great job. This is one of my things that I love to talk about in my history of training. This is one of the things, social media prospecting, but in-person prospecting is even more authentic. But great trainings. I'd love to do more of that. I'd love to do some collaboration with you, Danielle, on how you can leverage social media for prospecting.
Sure.
But one of the things I want to just mention that tonight is the Real Talk Show. It is going to be about hearts and trusting, and it's going to be a great show tonight. Siobhan Shaw is going to be hosting. Dr. Ronnie will be on it. Dr. Ramondo will be on it tonight. And the topic of discussion is really about how we sometimes have to trust our heart. And the person that actually is being featured tonight is somebody that has historically for years been seeing hearts in nature and decided to write a book about it, and taking pictures from things that she saw. But then she also then elaborated and realizing that she was getting these signs that made her realize that she needed to stop and think. So it's just a great show tonight. So please join us for that. This Wednesday, we will not be having a Red Hot Topic show with Dr. Ronnie. It's going to be postponed to next week because everybody's celebrating convention week this week. So for those who can't go, we will be living vicariously through everybody else on that show. So please when you can. You know, we're going to be around just picking up the pieces and rah-rahing for those that are going to be at the convention. So thank you. Please, for those that are on the convention and are watching the show live, please, please, please take videos, share on social media, include those little people that can't get there. Okay, because we want to be part of this big vision, and you know, next year or the next convention, we'll all be there. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. It's amazing, Jillian. Wow. So please now let's give us round of applause to each of you, because you are extraordinary persons. You are amazing persons. You are destined to have success. Please. Bravo.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you so
you,
much.
Daniel and
Amazing.
Marcos.
Thank you for your time.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Yes.
We do appreciate. We do appreciate indeed.
you,
Thank
Thank you. Thank you for your feedback.
God bless
Okay,
you.
Agnieszka. Well, Samantha. Thank you. Thank you so much for the feedback.